Hello everyone, I'm Leena Rupiah. Today I'm going to discuss with you about order points to identity cluster structure. In the shortcut, it is known as optics in data warehouse and mining course. Let us look into the outcomes of this session first. First, we'll discuss about what is meant by clustering and what is meant by DBSCAN. Clustering is nothing but the density-based spatial clustering applications with noise. And we'll look into what is meant by optics and the major difference between optics over DBSCAN. First of all, we'll look what is meant by clustering. Clustering is the method of converting a group of abstract objects into classes of similar objects. It is nothing but converting a group of objects into classes of same type of objects which are similar to each other. Clustering is a method of partitioning a set of data or objects into a set of significant subclasses called clusters, dividing the objects into the subclusters or significant type of is known as clusters. Significant type of categories are known as clusters. And now let us see where we use clustering and where clustering plays a major key role. In many applications, clustering analysis is widely used, such as data analysis, market research, pattern recognition, and image processing. In the various fields such as data analysis, image processing, pattern recognition, and market research, clustering plays a major key role. And one of the major thing that is used for tracking application in the process of detection of credit cards, clustering analysis plays a major key role. See, now we look. Clustering is also used in tracking applications such as the detection of credit card fraud. As a data mining function, clustering analysis serves as a tool to gain insight into the distribution of data to analyze the characteristics of each other. Now, let us look what is meant by DBSCAN clustering. It is nothing but database spatial clustering of applications with noise. This technique is one of the most common clustering algorithms which work based on density of objects. This is the one of the most important technique that we will use in the cluster analysis. That is which works on density based object. DBSCAN works on the idea that if a particular point belongs to a cluster, it should be near to lots of other clusters in that point. It should be near to lots of other points in that cluster. See how this DBSCAN idea works. See, if a particular point belongs to a same type of cluster, then it should have the similar set of points that should belonging to the same cluster. Then the DBSCAN algorithm will works. DBSCAN algorithm requires two parameters. It requires two parameters. The first one is EPS and the second one is minimum points. The first one, EPS. It defines the neighborhood around a data point. That is, if the distance between 2 points is lower or equal to EPS, then they are considered as neighbors. Yeah, we are obviously similar with the word neighbors, right? Neighbor is nothing but somewhat living together. I mean, with a somewhat shorter distance, right? That is known as neighboring. If the EPS value is chosen too small, then larger part of the data will be considered as outliers. If it is chosen very large, then the clusters will merge and majority of the data points will be in the same clusters. One way to find the EPS value is based on k-distance graph. Yeah, how the EPS distance is calculated with the help of k-distance graph, the EPS will be calculated whether they belong to the same cluster or whether the points are out of the cluster. All those will be decided by with the help of EPS with the help of k-distance graphs. And the second one is minimum points, minimum number of neighbors, data points within EPS radius. Larger the data set, the larger value of minimum points must be chosen. If you choose a larger data set, then we also require larger number of minimum points. As a general rule, the minimum points can be derived from the number of dimensions d in the data sets as minimum points greater than or equal to d plus 1. The minimum value of minimum points must be chosen at least 3. Yeah, the first and foremost point you should remember is we have to choose at least 3 minimum points, right? And the second, we'll look the types of points such as core points, border points, or noise or outer point. We have 3 types of data points. The first one is core point. A point is a core point. A point is a core point if it has more than minimum points within EPS. See, just look at this picture. Here we are having core point, border point, and the noise point. We'll look first into the core point. Core point is nothing but if it has a more minimum points within the EPS, then it is known as core point. And the second one is border point. A point which has fewer than minimum points within EPS, but it is in the neighborhood of a core point. Yeah. If the EPS is 1 unit, right? If it contains more minimum points, then it is known as core point. But if it is having lesser than the minimum point, but belonging to the same cluster or a neighboring point, then it is known as border point. Now we look into what is meant by noise or outlier point. A point which is not a core point or a border point is known as outlier or noise point. See, you know, right? Core point is nothing but having more number of minimum points. Border point is nothing but having less number of minimum points than required. Noise is nothing but neither having a core point nor having border point. Then it is known as noise point. Next, we'll see what is meant by optics. Optics stands for ordering points to identify cluster structure. It draws inspiration from the DB-SCAN clustering algorithm. Yeah, we already seen what in the previous slides what is meant by clustering and what is meant by DB-SCAN clustering. Now we'll come into optics. Optics is nothing but ordering points to identify cluster structure. This optics clustering is derived from the DB-SCM clustering algorithm. DB-SCM assumes constant density of clusters, but optics allows varying density. What DB-SCM assumes? It assumes the constant density constant of clusters. The density is constant, but in the optics, the density varies. That is the major difference between DB-SCM algorithm and the optics. And in the optics, it has 2 more concepts of a DB-SCM clustering. They are core distance and the reachability distance. Yeah, in the DB-SCM, we have seen 3 points. The first one is core point, second one is border point, and the third one is noise or outlier point. But in addition to those points in the optics, 2 more points comes into picture. The first one is core distance and the second one is reachability distance. Now we'll look what is meant by core distance. Yeah, look at this diagram. First, the definition of core distance. It is the minimum value of a radius required to classify a given point as a core point. It requires minimum radius. Yeah, we all are familiar with the radius, right? It should the radius should be of minimum. If the given point is not a core point, then its core distance is undefined. Yeah, you have to remember first it should have minimum distance and the point should be of core point. If it is not a core point, then we cannot declare core distance. Core distance of an object P is calculated as the smallest value of EPS such that EPS neighborhood of P has at least the minimum points objects. Yeah, how the core distance is calculated? It should have the minimal smallest value of EPS, right? Of the neighborhood and of the minimum points. Then the core distance is calculated. Next, we'll look what is meant by reachability point. It is defined with respect to another data point Q. See, it is defined with respect to the another data point Q. Is denoted for calculating core distance and Q is for calculating reachability distance. The reachability distance between a point P and Q is the maximum of the core distance of P and the Euclidean distance or some other distance metric between P and Q. Yeah, the distance between P and Q, if that is the maximum, then it is known as reachability point. The reachability distance is not defined if Q is not a core point. You have to keep it in mind first. If you're calculating whether you're calculating a core distance or the reachability distance, the both the points P and Q should be of a core point. If they are not core points, we are unable to calculate either core distance or reachability distance, right? The distance between P and Q with the maximum is known as reachability distance. Yeah, here you can observe it. This is the graph of the reachability distance. Yeah, you can see, right? Here you can see the waves. It is increasing and it is decreasing, all those, right? Yeah, density you can see it. Here you are having lower density and here you are having the maximum density, right? You can see the curve with the maximum density. Then you are having more reachability or more density, right? And in the optics, the density varies. You should observe it, right? And in DBSCN clustering, the density is constant. Yeah. Now we'll look what the difference between the optics clustering and the DBSCN clustering. The first and foremost thing is a memory cost. Yeah, see, we'll look. The optics clustering technique requires more memory as it maintains a priority queue, means min heap, to determine the next data point which is closest to the point currently being processed in terms of reachability distance. Yeah. The first one is memory cost. In memory cost, in optic clustering, it follows a queue, right? That is nothing but min heap to calculate reachability distance. It also required more conceptual power because the nearest neighbor queries are more complicated than the radius queries in DBSCAN. It also requires more power, right? Because the neighboring queries are more complicated as compared to DBSCAN clustering. And the second one is fewer parameters. The optics clustering technique does not need to maintain the LCN parameter and is only given in the above pseudocode to reduce the time taken. This leads to the reduction of analytical process of parameter turning. Yeah, you can see, right? In the optics clustering, you does not require the more parameters, and it also reduces the time as compared to the DBSCN, and it leads to the reduction of analytical process of parameter tuning. These are the major differences between optics clustering and DBSCN clustering. Yeah, that's it. In this section, we have covered all the topics, right? The first one is introduction to clustering, means nothing but what is meant by clustering we have discussed, and what is meant by DBSCN clustering, and optics is nothing but the derivation of DBSCN, and in the DBSCN we have 3 points. The first one is core point, border point, and the third one is a noise or outlier point. In addition to these 3 points, in optics we have 2 more points. The first one is core distance and the second one is reachability distance. We have discussed what is meant by core distance and what is meant by reachability distance, and next later we have seen the reachability distance, right? Density graph. And the last thing we have discussed about differences, the major differences between optics clustering and the major of and DBSCN clustering. That's it, guys. Thank you.